Today I'm going to review the new Tarzan teaser trailer. No, not that Tarzan. I wish. Hello everybody, Tyler Gobnuke Wells here with another episode of And Enjoy the Show. For today's episode, I am going to react and review the new Tarzan trailer, so let's get to it. Ooh, rainforest.
The jungle consumes everything.
Is it prey? Oh, tribal. Like him.
It preys on the old, the sick, the wounded. It preys on the weak, but never the strong.
He is no normal man. He was thought to be an evil spirit, a ghost in the trees. No man ever started with less.
He's Tarzan. You're Jane. He'll come for you.
You are Lord of the Apes, King of the Jungle. Tarzan. Tarzan.
Follow Tarzan on Twitter. Alright. Okay, let's get the bad out of the way. I am not a fan of the director, David Yates. Every film I've seen of his, I have not really enjoyed. It has its moments where it's like, oh, that was kind of cool, and that part was funny, or that was clever. But for the most part, his films are kind of boring to me. And it's sad considering he directed Harry Potter's 5 through Deathly Hallows Part 2. He did the whole second half of the Harry Potter film franchise. And I can't stand those movies. Like I said, there are moments where I laugh and I think are clever, but for the most part, they're boring to me. Don't get me started on how I feel about Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, because it's bad. Now, I don't want to hold a grudge against him forever, but I am nervous because as I watch this trailer, I'm already seeing signs of what I don't like about him. The biggest of them all is what I call the gray filter. If you look at this film, there's some beautiful, gorgeous shots. Like the very first shot, looking down the rainforest, as well as the 2 shots of the ferry on the river. They look absolutely gorgeous, but at the same time, they look gray. Here we have a shot that's in broad daylight, and it's still muted. The colors are not vibrant, they're not popping out at you, and I mean, we're in the day of HD. We should be having vibrancy. And here it's, as far as we know, and I see some dust on the screen, as far as I know, that's all the camera is looking through is dust, because it's still got that kind of muted feel. There's no vibrancy to anything in this trailer, and that makes me sad because Tarzan has so many opportunities for amazing visuals with vibrant colors. My other issue with Yates is he comes from a TV movie background, and I don't care what anybody says, there's a style with TV movies, especially with TV action movies. All his movies feel like a TV movie with a bigger budget, and that's it. The shot choices he makes, the transition choices he makes, he will focus on parts of the storytelling and character development that really aren't the most important. That's what I'm worried about when I see a film like this that I feel has potential, And I'm worried he's going to focus on the parts that don't need to be focused on. Now, my feelings on David Yates aside, I do want to let you know that I have some hope. Like I said, I don't want to hold my past feelings for him against him in this movie. Maybe this style fits the script that was given. And that's very possible. There are things to like in this trailer, one of them being some of the actors. One of the actors that I'm really excited about is Christoph Waltz. He is an amazing actor, and I do get the vibe that he is the villain in this film, from his line that he says to Jane.
You're Jane? He'll come for you.
He's a good villain. He was the villain in the new James Bond. He was the very fun villain in The Green Hornet, probably the best part about that movie.
You said I'm boring. My gun has 2 barrels. That's not boring. And it was very difficult to make.
It is somewhat of a guilty pleasure for me. That movie's not that great, really. And also, Samuel L. Jackson. This guy, does he ever take a vacation? I swear he's in like every other movie now. That's fantastic. The more movies that have Samuel L. Jackson, the better. He has some of the best shots in this trailer. I have to give props. David Yates has some good shots in this trailer. Some of them are with Samuel L. Jackson, where he's got that one shot where the gorilla is roaring in his face, and he's like, he's totally looking at the gorilla as it's roaring at him. I love that. And there's also that an awesome shot where he's got the 2 guns and he rises up and he leans back. Those are shots that I love. The guy playing Tarzan, well, he's got the bod, so they don't really show much of him doing anything. And let's face it, half the trailer is a CGI version of him. There's very few here where you can tell it's actually him. We'll have to see more before I give any sort of thought on him. There are a couple shots here that I think are pretty awesome that make me excited. Like those few shots I mentioned a while ago of the rainforest at the very beginning and the 2 shots of the ferry boat on the river. Those are some gorgeous shots. I like the shots of the treehouse. I have some issues with David Yates' playing it safe style. And I call it playing it safe because that's also another TV movie style where they will rarely try to get into the action with the camera. But for the most part, we watch things from afar. It's not like when you're following Tarzan in the Disney film with him doing his little surfing thing and you're flying through the branches of him and the camera swirls around and stuff. I mean, we've seen a very little bit of the film. It still might be there, but from everything I'm seeing, he's playing it safe. The few shots that we see of him doing anything, like swinging on the vines, the camera's pulled away and it's a wide shot. Or the camera is behind some brush and you can't really see what's happening. Or it's so close or just a blur. There's this shot where he's running around the rooftops and he's jumping down. The camera's from far away and there is a semi kind of like medium wide where you can see him falling. I don't really feel like I'm going to be there in the moment, but at the same time, there are the few shots where he jumps off the cliff and we kind of have an Avatar-like shot where he falls and grabs the vine and it's up close. So, but at the same time, you can tell it's CG. Now, I know Avatar was CG, but it also had color. So we'll see how that goes. These effects aren't probably even polished yet, but you could have done that shot without him being CG, just saying. But at the same time, David Yates is not a director we're going to remember for pushing the envelope. He's just going to tell his story. From everything you've already heard me say, he's going to do it the easiest way possible. I don't want to write him off because he's very lucky to be making the films that he's making. Props to him. I'm not making those movies, so maybe I'm the one that's screw loose. Or just our styles just don't mesh. I know I have a very different style than his. If I were in his shoes, my film would look a lot different. So that's the other thing that I need to keep in mind when thinking of this. So we'll have to see what happens in the next trailer. I am putting this on I want to see because I'm curious to see where he takes it. I do like some of the actors. And come on, it's Tarzan. What's not to like? Unless David Yates ruins it for me, which I hope he doesn't.
You better not ruin it for me.
So what did you guys think of the Tarzan trailer? Maybe I'm just crazy and overthinking it because I've got a beef with the director. What did you guys think? Did you guys enjoy it? Do you think it looks exciting? Do you think it looks boring? I want to know. Please tell me in the comments below and give a like and a subscribe if you like this video to see what is coming next. Well, and my name has been Tyler Gomnuk Wells, and as with anything that you play or watch, just always remember to enjoy the show. And I'll see you next time.